Hey everyone, this time we are going to be looking at Hardcore Gaming 101 presents Data East Arcade Classics. This is going to be really fun. I love a bunch of the Data East games, and there are a few in here that I don't really remember or didn't know that they were published by Data East. First thing we're going to look at is the Burger Time series. I absolutely love Burger Time. This is one of my favorite NES games, and I liked it so much that when Arcade1Up put out the cabinet, I ended up getting the arcade cabinet too. There are a few things on here that I didn't really know about. I did know about Peter Pepper's Ice Cream Factory. I've never played it before, and I kind of want to, but it's just one of those weird things I had never tried before. Diner is kind of interesting because it was an Intellivision-only sequel, and I've never played it. I didn't really know about it until probably a few years ago. There are a few games in here for Burger Time that I did not know about. I personally did not know about the Burger Time in Bedrock. It's basically the Flintstones playing Burger Time. It's kind of a cool little thing that, you don't really think about the licensed tie-ins that relate to a game that you really love, but hey, here it is. Now we see Bad Dudes, which is the first of a few beat-em-ups in this book. Bad Dudes is kind of interesting. I didn't really play it too much, either on the NES or in the arcade, until I got the arcade cabinet. It's a fun game, and it's really kind of a weird one, where for some reason you're the only people that can go and save the president. I don't know why they're relying on just two people, but, welcome to video games. So I totally forgot that Data East did RoboCop, and I think of the three, this one was probably my favorite just because it was a little bit easier than the other two. What I didn't know is they made RoboCop 2, which was their arcade-only port. It's kind of a weird one. I wish we had gotten this version of RoboCop 2 instead of, the one that we did get. I also wish we had gotten the real Ghostbusters, because this one looks like it would be a lot of fun, and it probably would have been better than the Ghostbusters that we got on the NES. So now we get to the Joe and Max series, and I didn't know the first one was an arcade game, to be perfectly honest. I never really think of like a side-scrolling action game as an arcade game, but, Joe and Mac pulls it off pretty well. The other two, Congo Capers and Joe and Mac 2, were both console releases, which is interesting. I would have thought they would have either kept with the arcade ports or just, gone with all console ports. Heavy Barrel is kind of like their Commando and Akari Warriors game. It looks really fun, especially on the arcade. I haven't had a chance to try the NES version out yet, but it looks like it would be just a lot of fun, where you're just moving around in sort of an overhead scene and shooting a bunch of bad guys. So seeing Vapor Trail in here was kind of interesting to me because I didn't think that it was a Data East game, mostly because I only really knew it through the Renovation release on the Sega Genesis. So here's another beat-em-up that I didn't know that Data East did, and that's Captain America and the Avengers. I really don't understand why Marvel spread their beat-em-ups around the way that they did, but I wish that this one could have been, or at least I wish all of them had been made by one company, because it makes it kind of hard to get them all ported over to an arcade cabinet now. So there's a lot of great information in this book about Data East arcade games. I did not really expect to see some of them in here, but it's kind of nice to have a chance to read about them. Anyway, if you have any comments, please leave them in the section below, and have a great day, everybody.